You know the people that send people to the moon, NASA, right? Well, what if I told you that they also research how we can keep our planet healthy? The adaptation and mitigation policy proposed by NASA is a proposed solution to the very needed response to global climate change. This proposal comes to us with two solutions: one to prevent further harm to our planet, and the other to prepare us to live with the side effects of climate control. Both ideas come to help improve us for a more sustainable future. We're going to dive deep into the meaning of both mitigation and adaptation, the two main points of NASA's approach to climate change. Both points help us better understand what we can do as individuals while we do what we can to stop the increasing amount of carbon in our atmosphere, and how to live with the changes that are already here or are very imminent. First off, the problems, significances, and causes of global climate change. The problem with climate control is that many unusual things will begin to happen on Earth. Temperatures will rise, glaciers will melt, and extreme weather events will occur much more often. This is significant because the main cause of this problem is brought on by humans and their dependence on fossil fuels, deforestation, and dependence on unsustainable practices, which heavily affect our planet's health. Many companies that emit the most greenhouse gases have little to no pressure put on them by the government to change their practices. There is no plan in place except for the current president who is in office to act on their house's opinions. Fossil fuels are widely known as the way that energy is harvested in the United States. It is known to be very unsafe for the environment because it is one of the main sources of greenhouse gases. So, what can we do to solve this? This policy is not just a suggestion. It is a comprehensive plan backed by both world-renowned researchers and experts in the climate field. The first step of this policy is adaptation. This would be our proactive response to changes that are already here. This is about changing the very structure of society and our daily lives to adapt to the impacts of climate change. Another important part of adaptation is to develop strategies that help us combat rising sea levels, be more ready to fight extreme weather events, and become more resourceful as we conduct shifts in our agriculture and ecosystem. The next step to this solution is mitigation. That is how we prevent any and all future impacts of climate change. To prevent greenhouse gases, we need to redevelop how we gather energy, our consumption, and relationship with the environment. Ideally, we could replace fossil fuels with more forms of renewable energy, such as wind, solar, and hydroelectric. More systems in place, such as urban planning or public transportation, are other steps that are being taken to lower mitigation. So, let's have a look at the cost-benefit analysis. It will require a lot of investments from the government and businesses to buy into cleaner energy. Think of what will happen if we fail to recognize the importance of our issue. We can protect our environment while we improve public health and create green jobs. The benefits greatly outweigh the negatives in this situation. In conclusion, NASA's mitigation and adaptation is a very strong policy that will help us prevent further damage done to our planet and adapt to the damage that has already taken place. If we want to overcome the pressure put on us by our planet, we will have to work together to enforce and enact new policies.